Hello, friend. This is Jimmy from Can Have an Immigration Canada. Good morning to all of you. We're live again to answer your immigration-related question. My name is Jimmy from Can Have an Immigration Canada. Again, to let you a little bit about our company. We're based in Alberta, Calgary, and we're in the business of immigration since 2013. And you guys can start typing your question if you have any, and we will try to answer them in the order I'll receive it. So again, there are a few updates we'll go through today, and on the side, I'll also take your questions for that. First uh, question we got it from Santosh Sai. Good day. Any update on CEC or holiday season in effect? CEC, yes, CEC is always continuing. Government of Canada is doing their draws almost every month on PNP and CEC. So if you are in the Express Entry profile, you should be able to get your invitation in by now because scores have gone very low on CEC. So I don't know what is your situation, but this one is all going on. And holiday season, I don't know like what you want to ask. Yes, it's a holiday season here in North America, as Christmas is also coming in. But I think your question is not about the holiday season, it's about the holiday visa. So yes, holiday visa is already in effect for the year of 2022. So if you think you qualify for those one, and if you are a country from where in holiday visa, or you are said you're already in Toronto, then why uh, you need it for the holiday visa or holiday? Yes, but CEC is already going on. You have a score of 448, but score was very low in CEC in the last draws. So I don't know why didn't you get your invitation, or if you have your invitation, you have 60 days to submit your application. So yeah. So if you guys have uh, any kind of question, you can type it, but make sure like you write your question in one message, so it'll be easy for us to go through all of your points step by step, right? The best kids channel. Hello, sir. How are you? Yeah, we're doing good, man. Yeah, please type your question if you have any. Otherwise, we'll start going through the updates. As you guys all know, before when the pandemic started, there were a lot of courses for international students went online, and the online eligibility period for the post-grad work permit was also there. So the government has already extended this online study eligibility period for all the post-grad work permit applicant. Now, international student can use online study taken until August 31, 2022 toward their postgrad work permit eligibility. So it used to be until end of this year, but now uh, it has already been extended for another 8 months. So it's a good news for all of the international student who were uh, studying online and waiting for their postgrad work permit. Rehan Afridi, I have applied my tourist visa with hotel booking in March 20 and haven't received any PPR request so far. Is your visa approved? So you will see PPR request only if your visa has been approved. Otherwise, they don't ask for PPR. Okay, so yeah, the best की सर वर्क परमिट का काम हो रहा है. Yes, work permit is also happening. All the applications are going. Yeah, although they are really slow at this moment, as you guys all know that uh, there is a backlog of 2 million application with the Canadian government as of now. So most of the applications in number from permanent resident and the temporary resident, like work permit application. Work permit processing time is more than at least a year from majority of the companies, unless and until and unless you are from Europe. and where you can come to the airport directly here in Canada, get your work permit done over there, or you're from North America or South America in certain countries with NAFTA agreement or UCMSA. So if you are falling under those categories, then you can come to the airport directly and can get your work permit over there. But if you are from any other country where you have to send your application, it's taking longer time. So yeah, so if you are in any of those processing and still waiting, you will still be waiting for at, take at least a year or more for your work permit applications to be done. Yeah. Another update we have received from CIC. New travel and border measures have also been taken into effect. As you guys all know, there is a new variant from of corona from South African countries, as they are mentioning. So now anyone taking Canada's federally regulated modes of transportation, like air, sea, or land, has to prove that they are fully vaccinated against COVID-19 to board the plane. Fully vaccination against COVID-19 will be required for all the traveler aged 12 years and older starting today, November the 30th. So again, you need to present the proof of negative COVID-19 PCR test instead of proof of COVID vaccination. So again, right, there are so many new things coming every day. So you guys, if you are planning to come to Canada, make sure you check the latest update, because situations are changing almost every day. So it's better for you to get all the information required rather than going to the airport and then they don't allow you to board the plane or your flight, or even if you reach here in Canada you don't have your proper paperwork with you, then definitely they will be going to send you back. So it's very much required right now that you do your homework or you consult somebody who knows all the detail about that one. So there is another announcement that was coming from Saskatchewan last week, that they have started a new pilot program for their in-demand occupation, and the name of the program is Hard to Fill Skills Pilot Program. Under this one, I did post a new video on our YouTube channel, and this is all because of their labor market demands in key sector areas. Majority of those sectors are healthcare, manufacturing, agriculture technology, construction, hospitality, and retail sector. At this moment, these sectors are in demand not only in Saskatchewan but everywhere you go in Canada. It's really hard to find the proper manpower for all of these areas which I have mentioned. So majority of these areas are in demand almost in all the provinces here in Canada. So if you are planning or if you are trying to find a work permit, this is a again a good time for you, because employers are struggling to find the right person at the right time. So if you are planning to move to Canada and look for jobs on Job Bank, there are a lot of opportunities available. And if you have networking here in Canada, just go ahead, talk to your friends and family, and they can get you somewhere. So, as I mentioned, if you are not in North American countries or European countries where you can get the work permit at the border here in Canada, if you are in any other countries, like we have got this message from DXV Vlogs, he applied for work permit in July 7, 2021, and the processing time is 14 weeks. So, again, right? So, as I was mentioning it, at least 9, 10, 12 months is taking, or even in some cases are even taking more, because they are at this moment they're more focus is on bringing refugees from Afghanistan, and almost all the resources are diverted towards that direction. So other files are taking too much, especially the permanent residence application files. As you guys know, there are a lot of pilot programs. They are taking a lot of files, but processing has been gone very slow at this moment. This is a reality because they have just taking another 30,000 file for parents and grandparents sponsorship. The last date for that is also December the 6th, is coming next week. So you guys can imagine, right? So 2 million already they have it, plus they're taking more and more intake files, but there are no responses as of now that when they are going to speed up the process. So uh, this is all at this moment is also wait and watch game at every processing time in anywhere in the world wherever Canadian consulates are. They are working at this moment as one of the slowest pace we have seen in last 10-15 years. This is where it is going toward. If you guys previously know, the processing time for parent grandparent application was 8 to 10 years. So we're hoping that is, if they will continue with this many of resources, it is going towards that direction again. So again, whether they need to cut down some of those pilot programs, because they are just looking at the numbers of invitation they are giving every year. There are two things that are going on side by side. One is they have to meet their target to please everybody around the world. Yes, we are taking enough numbers of files, but on the other hand, the employers are suffering because they are not able to bring in the manpower from outside. There are not enough manpower here in Canada that can fulfill all the jobs. If we look at the job market for last month or so, in September alone, there were 1 million uh, job opportunities were there in Canada. But are there enough employees at this moment? No, there are not enough employees that can fill all those million plus opportunities at this moment. So it's getting really hard. Yes, opportunities are there. So if you are here in Canada, then it's a different thing, right? Because there are opportunities here. There are pilot programs. If you even on the work permit side, if you have applied for that one, and you are waiting for, if you got your file number, you are eligible to work for any employer in Canada at that moment. So suggesting that if you are coming here on visitor visa, you have a visitor visa and you are coming to Canada, then you are in good position to get a work permit and start working right away. Don't even need for the decisions to be made at that moment. So but if from outside of Canada, it is taking too much time. It's not about one country, it's everywhere. DXB vlog, one more question. Is that possible to leave the UA and go back to India permanently? There'll be any impact on my file process? There won't be any, as you have already submitted your application there. So it will go under the UAE rules and whatever the rules and regulation there under the Canadian consulate. So your file will go from there. But you can move to any country within when your file is being processing. You just need to update the Canadian consulate that where you are, what is your current address, phone number, if anything is changing. That's what they need to know. Definitely, they will transfer your file, but it will take some time, right? Again, while they will be transferring from one consulate to another one, so you will be adding more processing time to your application. Even from India, it's the same condition in India. If you apply for any work permit from India at this moment, it's taking almost the same time. On a website, it was a couple of weeks ago when we were checking that, it was saying like 36 weeks from India. So you can imagine, right? What are the conditions on all? Because majority of those immigration officers are working, whether they're working virtually or they are in a very less capacity. If they need 100 people to work in their consulate. At this moment, there may be like 30 to 40 people are working in that office. So you can imagine, right, how much time it will take for each file to go through. And even today, time from India is 35 weeks, so it hasn't been changed. So you can go from UAE to India, India to UAE, it will be almost the same time for you. Whatever they are saying on their website, it's been reduced or no. But once, whenever we will see the results, only then we can say that yes, they are going in the right direction and the process has been streamlined and been fastened. But at this moment, it's really, really slow. So as I was talking about Saskatchewan, so it's a good opportunity if you guys find any employer who is ready to give you the job offer in there. So even they can skip the process of getting an LMIA in this new hard to fill skill category. So that is also an easy at this moment. Atlantic provinces are the best if you guys are trying to go over there. And we're looking at Newfoundland and Labrador. They have also come up with a new uh, PNP program in certain categories. Mostly they are information technology and healthcare. And I think I have given the list of the categories there. Majority in the nursing categories, nurse practitioner, psychologist, and radiation therapist, and all other categories in information technology. Software developers, web developers, cloud specialists, artificial intelligence developers. These are the few categories they are always in looking for, and they have also cut down on getting the LMIA done for the employers, so they can simply give a job offer at this moment. And if you are the right candidate for the employer, you can get that one under quick time. And you can also apply for your permanent resident with the AIPP program. So that is one of the fastest so far. And once you are here, then you have to submit your PR application after you got your work permit. So yeah, those are certain different categories at this moment they're going through on the fast track process. Also, as I was mentioning in my last online session, that do check their websites for their online job fairs. So on time to time basis, they do almost all the Atlantic provinces. They do the online job fairs. So if you guys uh, get any interview on online and employer like your credentials as you as a person, interview went well, so definitely you guys will be able on the right track to get the work permit. So then your paperwork can be started right away through those employers. But again, whether you should have hired an agent, consultant, lawyer to work on your behalf, or you are proactive, right? So those are the few things you need to make sure that you are doing on daily basis, because these opportunities come very quick and they vanish away right away. So as you guys all know, we have the temporary resident to permanent resident program for international student that was filled like 40,000 applications were filled in 24 hours. So these kind of opportunities always come, but make sure you have your credentials, all credentials ready to apply for those ones. And there you go. So if you guys have any other question, please continue to put it in. Uh, Again, Manitoba and Prince Edward Island, Saskatchewan, BC, Alberta, almost all the provinces are on their right track of numbers. As I was mentioning before, they are all looking for their quota for the year, like to get the maximum number of invitations out. At this moment, majority of the provinces are almost done their yearly quota, or they are like between 90-95% of getting it done. So we have one more month after today to get some more invitations. Ontario is the only one at this moment we haven't heard from quite a bit, but from all other provinces, they are almost done, or they are over the number of quota they are getting it from the federal government. Next question is from Satish. Score is expiring in January. Federal skilled worker, they have already mentioned in their last press conference, they are not going to start it as long as the backlog has been reduced. So, as I was mentioning, you backlog is um, for up to 2 million files. So you can imagine, right, when they are going to start the federal skilled work. If your score is expiring in January 22, I will suggest take a new IELTS and start put your application in again. Santosh, my PNP is taking time. Yes, as I mentioned, you guys, that's what I'm talking since I started this session, right? It is taking time, so it will take time. It's not going to reduce very soon until and unless they put more resources in. That for that one they need hiring more staff, and we are not seeing anything like that is going to happen pretty soon. So any other question you can type it so we can answer it. But again, right, if I haven't, uh, so the next update was from Nova Scotia, as I was mentioning to you, like Atlantic provinces are on looking for more and more quality candidates. So Nova Scotia has also started a new immigration pathway for the food service workers, and food service workers can apply for occupation in demand PNP program for Nova Scotia. The As you guys all know, when we have restaurants were closed for a year and a half, and this summer they have started opening in different regions at different times. So, but at this moment, it's really hard for restaurant owners to find the right person. In Nova Scotia, if you look at, they are looking for food and beverage servers, food counter attendant, kitchen helper, and light duty cleaners. So all of these one uh, are in great demand in the PNP for Nova Scotia. And at this moment, also again in Nova Scotia, they are exempt from getting LMIA. They do not need to go through first they need to find an LMIA, get it approved, and then they can hire the foreign worker. No, at this moment in Nova Scotia, employers can simply give you job offer and you can apply for work permit. That is really easy at this moment. Any update on temporary resident? No, no updates. So if you have applied yourself, sir, you can check it on your portal online. So yeah. Satish, thanks for response. Thank you, sir. How to apply for a job in Canada? That's what I was talking. You should have networking, or you should have somebody like a consultant or a lawyer who you hire, and they can guide you in the right direction. Yes. So as I was talking about Nova Scotia, so it's a very easy process of now. If you are on study permit over there, or your any of your permit is going to expire, whether you're on a temporary resident visa like a visitor visa, or your work permit is going to expire, study permit, or your postgrad work permit is expiring, and you think you are not able to apply due to certain reasons. So this is the right time. No LMIA required from any employer in the restaurant industry, and there you go. All of those the all of those categories I have mentioned before. So you can simply apply in that one, and it'll be really easy for you and your employer also. Again, if we look at Quebec is also has fast track their LMIA process, facilitated LMIA. Also, they have start inviting candidates under their ARIMA portal, but the number of invitations are very low. As we all know, that is not. Uh, the number of activations or the invitations are very low because they are putting more focus at this moment to hiring information technology and healthcare workers. Because of the pandemic, these are the industries, they are in great hit by pandemic in the province of Quebec. So it will be really hard for them to put focus on the other categories. That's why Arima portal is going very low. If we look at the number of invitations they are giving, but at this moment, Quebec is always giving their target for the next year. And if we look at the last year target they have given for 2021, and at this moment, the number of invitations, they are not matching at this moment, but they are already putting a lot of effort on healthcare workers, nursing staff, transportation, truck drivers, construction industry also. So these are the few categories which they have already fast track the processing for LMIA as well as on the work permit also. They are also working with the federal agency to get the stuff done for the people who are already in the province of Quebec. Uh, Santosh, I did masters in USA, so do I need to apply for US? Yes, sir. Whether it's from US or from India or from any other country, you need to have your credentials evaluation done in order to be considered for any of the permanent residency uh, field. So you definitely need to get your vest done. So that's why I was always telling, if you guys thinking to apply for anything, get your credentials and all other paperwork ready to apply for any other category. So that was most of these ones were the most updates. So again, if you are here in Canada and you are applying for your parents and grandparents, so just want to let you, next week is the last week for you to submit your application for parents and grandparents permanent residency applications, because most of the invitations were sent in the last week of September, and after that they had given 60 days, but the last date they have extended for a few more days to December 6th. If you still haven't sent it, you have almost a week to submit your application with all your documentation and the proper fees. So make sure you send your application on time. Otherwise, it will be sent back and it will be incomplete and will be rejected on right away. So thank you very much for all of you who joined us today, and we'll try to come back next week with more updates and we'll talk to you. Thank you.